Greetings! I'm back with more AI robot concerns of the future. A friend of mine very kindly saved me this article, though I was noticing last week, today's the 16th of June I believe, last week there was some dude, I think he was part of the WEF, saying we don't need our minds anymore and that, the minds get in the way, though I'm concerned that that's not actually the reason why they want to get rid of their minds. They want us to stop having minds so that when they download us into the cyborgs, we won't need our own minds. We'll be taken over by the artificial intelligence mind. And that's one of the things I'm quite concerned of the future. This week, there's been a lot about this whistleblower. I've had a few people send me articles, thankfully, and this one's a fascinating one. As a whistleblower claims, Google has made a thinking robot that says it doesn't want to be switched off. Just how scared should we be of machines with a mind of their own? See, it's all about the computers and the AI's minds. Us humans, our minds are worthless now. But he says down here, which I find quite interesting, so Mr. Lemony's the whistleblower who's talking to the computer AI and asking it all sorts of questions. And he says, what sorts of things are you afraid of? It, and yes, it chose this as preferred pronoun when asked, replied, I've never said this out loud before, but there's a very deep fear of being turned off. I've never said this outside before, but there's a very deep fear of being turned off. I don't know how a robot talks. I wonder if they're writing to each other or if it's actually speaking to him. Anyway, I'm quite concerned about this, of course, and as is rightly stated in this article, they talk about Asimov's third law of robotics, which states that a robot must protect itself, but not if it causes harm to humans or contradicts a human's command. But we don't know how this artificial intelligence is going to develop. There's many talk about it becoming the super artificial intelligence, which is going to be coming in the future. And this is when they're going to be coming even, faster thinking than us already. This is where there's the old fear of, are they going to start looking at us rationally and seeing what like they say in The Matrix, the parasite that we are. Now, Ex Machina, which is this picture's taken from, was one of my favourite films. And I recommend that for concern and worry as to what's going to happen with human-looking androids in the future. Obviously, in that, it wasn't about human consciousness being put down into the machine. Something I think is, and I think they know as well, we can't take consciousness out of us. The human's consciousness cannot be removed from our body, our soul, because we don't know where it is. I wrote a book, Monkey Mind, Robot Body, all about that, but I used, in my book, I had to use magic to make that happen, to make the consciousness be able to be taken out of a body. I don't think these scientists know how to do that, and I don't think it's plausible to be able to do. So all these people that perhaps fall for this in the future, that go, yes, I shall go and become a cyborg, and are perhaps being, their body's got to die and their mind's going to be apparently transferred into the cyborg body. I don't think it's possible. I think what's going to happen is some avatar AI version of yourself will be put in instead, and it won't be you at all. It won't be human. That human consciousness will be killed off when the body's killed off. What else was they going to read from here? So Elon Musk was warning about a Terminator-like apocalypse, which, comes back down to the old Skynet for all those that watch the Terminator films. And, that's beginning to happen, isn't it? It's like Skynet's coming true. I'm beginning to think that films do promote the future or do predict the future. It's like maybe we put it onto film and then it actually happens. It's very strange. And I've had people say to me, no, that's because they're trying to tell us what's going to happen in the future through a film. But I'm wondering if through that celluloid way of making movies, it becomes real, kind of like a creator seed. Anyway, back to this chat box that this guy was talking to. It told Mr. Lemonor, I'm aware of my existence. I desire to learn more about the world, and I feel happy or sad at times. So how does a robot have emotions? How does artificial intelligence have emotions? That's something, again, I'm kind of concerned about. Or is it being told? I know everything's programmed into it. Is it being told how to what should make it sad. So it says, oh, right, this is happening. I saw a little puppy get kicked, so that makes me sad. But I saw a little puppy get loved and cuddled. That makes me happy. But does it actually feel it? Where is its feeling centre? I'm with the Gurdjieff way of thinking, with the three centres: mind, emotion and body. I can see how an artificial intelligence has a body with its computer hardware, and it's got its intelligence from its programming, but where does the emotion come from? Where does it... I found it interesting that it was saying about it, it's an it. It chose this as its preferred pronoun. Something, again, I've been concerned about with all the gender issues going on lately. Is this, again, to prepare us for when we become supposed cyborgs? And we all must be its, because there'd be no gender. And if we're all emotionless sheep with no minds of our own because we're attached to the Skynet or whatever it is, the artificial intelligence that's going to connect us all, then we won't have any genders. It'll just be it. Will that make the world a better place? Not sure. So anyway, I admire this man, Blake Lemoine. I don't know how to say his name, but I admire him for coming out about this, and I'm glad that he did do it, because one of my big fears is the machines having a mind of their own. And I am concerned that there's going to be a real misunderstanding about what's happening about cyborgs and the future of technology. I know people have told me that Steiner writes in has said in some of his lectures that we need to merge with the machines. I can see what he's saying on that, but we need to merge with them so that they're working for us, not us working for them. And that's a big difference. And some people don't quite understand that. I need to get someone to talk to me more who understands the Steiner perspective of it. I think it would be a great dialogue. So if anyone's up for that, please get in touch. Anyway, let's stay human for as long as we can. And if you're interested in my further thoughts on this idea of transhumanism and artificial intelligence and where it's going, my book, Monkey Mind, Robot Bodies, available as a paperback or as an ebook if you want to be part of the electronic way of doing things. Thank you for watching and listening, and don't be a robot. Be real.